Nerd out here breaking down Team Liquid's Inferno A fake execute B split. Liquid work their default and get bracket and apartment control. Then they execute A by smoking Moto, site, and alert smoke apartments. Flash gets thrown towards apps and Stewie mollies pit. The A execute pulls the Arch player Twistzz to site, leaving Arch open for Liquid to split B. 3 players go Arch to B, while Naf with bomb meets up with Grim Banana. Grim hears someone fall down from second oranges, which Naf will molly in the vicinity. That flushes out Bora for the CT players. Bora burns. Stu kills the other B player construction. Site is clear and Naf plants. After plant, all 3 heroic players rotate through Banana. They were able to pick off Stu, however they don't have any utility left, and Liquid have a 3-way crossfire and are able to successfully hold off the retake. The concept of this strat is to execute A in order to pull off the Arch player to commit to site, which opens up Arch for Liquid to split B. Let's go into players' POVs. Stu is used the banana player for Liquid on T's side, but he goes alt mid at the beginning of the round, maybe thinking Heroic are going for an aggressive take, since EliGE nades window when it is already mollied. No aggression from Heroic, and he goes back underpass and flashes half wall. Liquid decided to give up banana and take bracket control. Stu will smoke left bracket when Heroic's mid smokes to fade. Also to point out, usually you want apartment control before getting bracket control as it makes it easier to take. You can see on the radar, EliGE and Twistzz are doing so. Then he flashes and clears brackets. Liquid now have bracket control, and now here comes a mid-round call from Stu. Stu calls for the fake A execute into a B split here, as he's looking at Naf who was going to throw the B split smoke. He'll have Naf smoke site instead. His teammates throw their nades and Stu goes around the corner and mollies pit. He needs to be careful doing so because EliGE's flash comes after Stu's peek. His molly gets extinguished by the one-way pit smoke, but the fact that he did so sells to execute even more, which forces the Arch player to commit to site, pulling him off Arch, allowing Liquid to wrap Arch to B. When Stu gets to CT, they hold oranges for the molly to flush out the player, then Stu will clear tree and construction, where he kills Stout. Afterwards, he holds a banana flank after plant, and dies to Nico boosted. Twistzz goes alt mid and he mollies window, then he throws a flash for apartments, which I think it's for aggression. Afterwards he holds for apps push. He holds longer than usual here because EliGE was going to plan on going towards window, however he makes the mistake of going too early jump up and gets molly ticked and decides to fall back with Twistzz. And since EliGE can't get up to window, he'll go with Twistzz to clear apartments through halls. Apartments gets cleared and Twistzz holds for aggression. When it's time for the execute, Twistzz will throw an apartment lurk smoke where he positions himself with the door, then aims at this white brick and left click. He comes out boiler where he goes arch and clears cubby. Note how Liquid goes CT and not up Speedway because you have more freedom and space to work with, and it's easier to clear CT than run up Speedway and trying to clear it. He's going to hold oranges for Naf's molly and then clear construction and coffins. Post-plant twists his coffins and has a crossfire with his teammates CT and Dark. He does go down to Cadian, but EliGE is there to trade. EliGE goes towards alt mid and nades window. On the default, he would try to get apartment control with Twistzz through bedroom, however he jumps a little too early onto the ledge and gets burned from Heroic's molly. He decides to fall off and molly boiler, which forces the heroic players back. EliGE goes through halls with Twistzz instead, and they take apps control. Like I said before, you want apartment control before taking brackets most of the time because you want to be able to clear bedroom and boiler, and also be able to peek from boiler when taking bracket control because it makes it easier to take with peeks from multiple angles. EliGE goes boiler and waits for Stewie's flash before peeking lane. Liquid now have bracket control. For the execute, EliGE's gonna smoke Moto. He does so when bracket smoke has a couple of seconds left before fading. They do so because they want the bracket smoke up still to allow Stew to molly pit, and after they're done executing, they don't have to worry about going through the smoke. Then he flashes above apartments to sell the execute. EliGE goes arch with his teammates checking mode before crossing. You always want to check this angle here because it's super common for CTs to hold. CTs flash arch and EliGE gets blind. He holds to see if anyone pushes. EliGE will hold the rotations, however the 3A heroic players go through banana. He will rotate back to B where he gets the last kill onto Cadian. Naf has the op and he holds mid. He redirects his attention to banana when Grim was facing some aggression. He gets flash off the angle and falls back. Naf picks up bomb and he heads towards mid where his teammates are getting bracket control. Naf will fire a couple of shots through his smoke towards arch as there were some shots fired by the CT. For the initial execute, it appeared that Naf was gonna throw a B-split smoke, however he cancels. Instead, he would throw a side smoke when EliGE smokes Moto. Then, he waits for his teammates to group up before flashing towards arch. Naf will meet up with Grim Banana where he flashes half wall. He gets info that there's a player towards oranges, so Naf mollies it, which forces Borb out of position and burns him. Both players on B die and Naf comes through and plants first. After play, he holds CT and heroic peeks with a boost. Naf legs Nico and repositions, and then he kills Twistzz. Grim goes banana and he smokes half wall. He waits to see if heroic do anything aggressive. Then Grim slowly makes his way up to logs, watching out for the boost half wall. When he gets to logs, he mollies corner. Heroic double nade logs and Grim will fall back stairs. On stairs, he will hold for a push. Since Liquid lost banana control and that they plan on doing a B split, Grim wants to get info on banana. Grim flashes banana before peeking in case an op is holding. He doesn't see anyone or hear an op shot fired after the flash. Grim will slowly work his way up to logs and he waits for Naf. When Naf comes back banana, he'll flash for Grim to peek half wall. Grim hears a player fall down around the oranges area. He nades towards second. Since there is a smoke up, he waits for his CT teammates to pinch before he comes through. There's a chance a player could be behind the smoke, so he sprays it. Grim will advance to site and covers Naf as he plants. Post plant, he plays dark, peeking off Naf and getting the kill on Nico. To wrap up, Liquid fake A to pull the Arch player to help defend the site, which allows them free roam into Arch to split B. It was a good mid-round call. You don't need to run the same strat in order to pull the Arch player. You can run any of your A executes. Now had Neff through the B split smoke instead, that could have pulled Twistzz, the Arch player, to Arch or Library, and would have made them harder to split B. One problem I saw here in this example was the time. The round came down to a couple of seconds. Now also, had Heroic contested Banana and left someone at car, then I think they would contest before running their A execute. Otherwise, they would be possibly running into 2 players Arch. If you liked the video, please upvote and subscribe. Till next time, Nard out here. Peace.